One of my most very favorite parts of London are its canals. And if you look at behind me, you'll see the canals along the north side of Regent's Park. And when you walk through there sometimes in the summer, it feels like you could be on like a river in Africa. It's like absolutely amazing. And the stories of London's canals are in fact the story of the Industrial Revolution. And if you go back through history and track the canals, especially in Wales, in the north of England near Sheffield where the steel industry used to be, they track the progress of kind of capitalism, and it's really fascinating to see, what they're all about. Not to mention they're absolutely peaceful to walk along. This path that I'm walking down used to be for the horses that would drag the barges down through the canals. And behind me you actually see a floating Chinese restaurant. I wish I could make this shit up, but I can't. And as you proceed even further, you get into the dope graffiti that's coming here, and that's as we get towards Camden. And I even think at night there's like blue lights that come on, and this is where you would see some famous graffiti that Banksy and another guy used to like battle back and forth in. And one of them up here, one of the guys on Christmas Day actually took a raft over and like painted over the graffiti of another guy. But I love walking these canals and running these canals and cycling these canals. It's one of those little secrets of London that are just absolutely amazing. When my dad comes here, I'm going to take him through the canals, and you can ride them like all the way to the ocean and like ride them all the way up through parts of England. You can even go on some of these boats that are these really long, skinny boats. Richard Branson used to live on one. I don't know if it'd be that fun living on one of these boats, but it's great to talk about, and you can see them as they come by behind me. You get more of these canals, and this is like a beautiful place. I'm actually walking towards Camden, where the locks are, and the locks are the place where the canals change levels, because canals have to be completely horizontal because there's no water flow. But obviously, since the normal flow of, say, the Thames, which actually parallels this, goes down, every now and then there has to be a lock and it drops the boats. And if you've ever seen a way to get humans together, here's my echo, then get them to watch a canal lock, because it's fascinating. Little kids and old kids, they'll sit there and be like, well, how does the lock work? You go in and then the thing fills up with water and the boat goes up, and it's a great way to unite a bunch of humans, get them to watch the canals. So I'm just gonna walk up here a little bit further, but I could go on and on about the history and the Welsh coal mining and all the stuff that created those canals, but there's a great television show called Industrial Revelations. It's a bit old now, and it was hosted by a comedian here in the UK who's a very good historian as well, and he rides one of these boats, and you can see this boat behind me, and it's got the rudder and everything, and they're really long and skinny, and they can go all the way up through England, and they can go on these locks and things like that. And like I said, people live on these things. Some of them are really sweet and dope. They're like limousines. This guy's got rocking some solar panels here. That's cool, man. I should probably jump on there and do a quick episode of London Real and see what his story is. They got wood for fire. They can plug in and get electricity, and it's a whole subculture of people that live on these boats and travel up and down, the canals on them. So there you go. There's a little bit of London subculture. Also, you see these houses over here that have these not balconies, these docks in their backyard. So how cool would that be? And you can go on and on and on these canals, and it's just like this little subtle secret of London. And no, I don't work for the London Tourism Board, so I don't get a cut of any of this promo, but it's just one of these little secrets of London that you really won't know about even as a tourist, and you kind of have to live here for a while. So there you go, man. Those are my beloved canals in my beloved country as I try to put the BBC out of business. All right, take care, y'all.